Gracias por continuar con nosotros. Ahora es tiempo para la segunda y última serie de hoy. Se enfrentan dos equipos muy dinámicos, los Cancun Waves y los Flowrida Goats. Entonces, denle un fuerte aplauso con mucho ánimo a los Cancun Waves. Marina Lobo. Sofia Saiz. Alex Ruiz. Franco Dal Bianco. Enfrentándolos con mucha determinación. Denle un fuerte aplauso a los Flowrida Goats. Gemma Triay. Aranzazu Osoro. Y ahora disfruten de este último partido de hoy.
¿Alguna duda antes de empezar, chicas? Vamos a punto de oro y tercero super tie a 10. Vale. ¿De acuerdo? Sí. Sorteamos PPL o Pro Padel League. PPL para vosotras. Eligen ellas.
Restamos.
¿Restáis? ¿Sacáis en este campo?
Sí.
¿Empiezas sacando tú, Marina?
Sí.
Suerte.
Hello everyone, welcome back for our second tie of this Thursday evening here in San Sebastián, the second event of the Pro Padel League, and it's a tie that is likely to throw up some really exciting battle and some fireworks at the same time. For the Cancun Waves against the Flowrida Goats. For the Waves, first up, it is Marina Lobo and Sofia Saiz, who we've already seen are capable of some very good and very passionate tennis as well, but they're up against two absolute stars of the game, Gemma Triay and Aranzazu Osoro. No Del Fibrea for the Flowrida Goats, but
not a bad replacement, eh?
Fellow countrywoman Aranzazu more than makes up.
Well, you've got world number one on the opposite side of the court to these two young, talented players who are hoping one day to maybe reach the summit of women's padel. Sofia Saiz, what a signing by the Cancun Waves. They invested good in youth and potential, and they created a very good men's team with a very good captain, Alex Ruiz, who brings his experience to some of the younger players, Maxi Arce and Franco Del Bianco. And the same goes for the women's, Lobo and Saiz. Now, a veteran, Osoro, she was a star at the Cities Cup. She gave a really emotional post-match interview after winning the final, winning the mixed doubles, saying, I hadn't been at my best throughout, the year. I want to apologize to my teammates, to the coach, to the fans, to the owners, but I do hope they'll forgive me after helping them win the title. And boy, did she play well. She was the MVP of that final.
Absolutely, absolutely. And she's with Gemma Triay, one of the most elegant, I'm obviously a veteran, she's one of the players who's been around at the top for a long time, a tremendously elegant player. Not the biggest hitter, but still capable of giving it perhaps more than you think sometimes. But I said, just a really elegant player when she's at her best.
We're going to see two of the top players you can watch in the women's game. Now, when you look at the women's team, you've got Delphi Brea on the roster as well, because Delphi teamed up with Gemma Triay when the event was held in Miami. And they actually played in that final, but they lost to Andrea Ostero and Adriana Sanchez, who captured the women's division title for the Atlantics from New York. They beat the Goats in a three-set thriller, 7-6, 3-6, 10-7. So runners-up in Miami, and now hoping for success here in their opening matchup. Day one, San Sebastian, the PPL, the Pro Padel League.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest, I'm going to say, even though that they lost to New York in Miami, I think I'm going to make the Flowrida Goats, at least the women, my favourites for the title here in Donosti, San Sebastián. No Adi Sanchez, obviously, for New York, and I think that might be just a little bit of a setback for the Atlantic.
Yeah, picked up a knock last week, so missing here in San Sebastián. As for the Cancun Waves, they also made podium day. Now, they had a really good Miami event with their men's team losing in the final. I mean, it was an incredible day out, really, if you think about Cancun Waves, because nobody expected them to be on podium day. Even, those who are looking at outsiders kind of tipped other teams. But Miami Padel Club beat Cancun Waves in the men's final, and in the women's event, they played that third place playoff. They did lose, but still, they reached podium day for both teams.
Just to let you know, they actually did it losing their opening match as well. They, Marina Lobo and Sofia Saiz lost 6-2, 6-4 to the Las Vegas Smash in their opening match on Thursday. But they then bounced back the day afterwards to thrash the Toronto Polar Bears 6-2, 6-4.
That was just surprise to beat Iglesias and Guinart, players that normally play together. They were beaten by Las Vegas Smash, Marta Ortega, Alejandro Alonso, holding on to defeat Cancun's Marina Lobo and Sofia Saiz 6-4, 6-4.
But you saw, didn't you, because of a
they were getting better.
Improvement, didn't you? So
they looked so good by the final day of competition, the Sunday, and they'll be trying to carry that good form they showed in Miami into this second event of the calendar year, the first ever to be held on European soil, and they've chosen this wonderful city of San Sebastián to host that first PPL event in Europe, Paul, and we are delighted to be here.
Just leaning back rather perilously.
You're enjoying the view, eh? You're enjoying the view. I mean, it's a beautiful sunset. I mean, it's been a beautiful sunny day here.
Still people on the beach, eh? Although it has cooled down considerably. That's a good thing about being in the north, I think, rather than the centre or the south of Spain. It's a bit cooler at night.
And also, this is a beautiful venue. We've got here this Real Club de Tenis, Royal Tennis Club. It's right on the coast.
Llorente and Fernando Llorente and Yuri Berchiche. Well, still playing for Athletic, another former Athletic Club Bilbao striker, sat side by side.
Quite a few athletes, not just from football, are here in attendance.
I think it happens, doesn't it? You know, if you're good at one sport professionally, when you tend
you
to like
follow other
others.
sports, and a lot of players are playing, a lot of football players, and also, you know, the people are saying here, you know, it's been a while since a paddle event, a world class, has been held here in San Sebastián. So it's a great venue, great location, great court. And now we can just hear those final words from the coach. Okay, vamos a apretar desde entrada. Okay, so we're going to try and bite at their heels straight from the start.
Well, you know,
like, get in their faces, basically.
Yeah, you know they'll do that. You know, Marina Lobo does. She's not the biggest hitter, but Sofia
Saiz is one of those players.
Gets
temperamental, sometimes in a good way, sometimes in a bad way. Is in very fiery character, big hitter. When things are going well, she can be unplayable at times. When things go badly, she can lose, you know, 2 or 3 points in quick succession.
Yeah. When she gets a bit of a strop on, she can be, as you say, the game can just slide away from her.
But she's definitely, you know, a player you'd love to watch.
But that's where the coach is important, isn't it, as well?
And a slightly calmer influence. Lobo. 2 young, talented players side by side, taking on 2 of the top players you can watch in world paddle right now. Osoro has been climbing up the rankings, a couple of injuries, but back to her best. And of course, what can we say about Gemma? As Paul mentioned, has been dominating paddle for the last decade and is now currently the world #1.
And just listen to us, Aranzazu, as well as complete, continued chatter.
Yeah, listen to... She'll be talking more than we do.
Al servicio, Marina Lobo.
Straight away, buen partido. Good luck.
Enjoy the game. There's a little... She's also just done a little traditional... Put a hand on the side of the court when we get going.
I wonder how many times we're going to hear vamos, vamos and boludo.
Whoa.
Vamos, vamos is basically come on, and boludo, I will translate as idiot.
It can be affectionate as well, though.
It's like an idiot. You idiot.
Vamos, vamos.
Or fool, perhaps.
I think she says that to herself, though, doesn't she?
No, she does. No, it's never to the opponent.
Lovely bajada.
There's an Osoro gem. One of her favourite shots.
Straight away, love 30.
There she goes. Vamos, venga, vamos, venga. Donde, straight away, asking Gemma where the opponents are, because of course you're used to playing alongside different players, so maybe you're used to getting a shout straight away. Didn't get the shout, so straight away sort of said, where? Donde?
Well, straight away they've raced up to love 40.
In a blink of an eye.
I wonder if actually Aranzazu might be the sort of player who gets under Sofia Saiz's skin a little bit.
Oh, I'm sure she will.
That's a lovely little shot there from Marina, but covers well.
That's not a good shot.
Well,
straight out of play and have an early break.
We're back on form, aren't we? Having a break in our first game of of the match. Actually, people are enjoying a little light refreshments. There's hospitality places. There's a bar serving the local brew 1870 beer. 6.4%, Eric. You got to be a bit careful with it, though.
I was just listening to trying to catch Osoro. And you can learn so much by listening to her through a game, and she is vocal. We've been saying this. Just sit back and listen. Conde again.
Starting strongly, aren't they? 15 love.
15-0.
Love. What we have seen sometimes with Gemma Triay is that she starts really well and just has had a few problems maybe with concentration in the second set before then switching it on again. She's got an ebb. Sometimes just switches it on and off.
Yeah,
quickly.
sometimes, you know, maybe, you know, unintentionally you kind of take your foot off the gas a little, but has the quality and the experience.
Oh, tends to always get out of trouble.
Shot, and the mistake there by Saiz.
40 love, yet to win a point.
Yep, yet to win a point. Lost their service game to Love, and now Osoro looking for a Love service game for the Goats.
Oh, that's a lovely, lovely shot.
Brilliant.
Yeah,
Osoro.
She can hit the ball harder, I think, than most of the women on the
That's such a deft touch. Look at that.
I was going to say, she can hit it harder than most women on the circuit, but she's also, as you say, got that.
Such a talented player. Spent many years playing alongside Victoria Iglesias before they went their separate ways, but you get that a lot. I think apart from probably the top two pairings in the men's and women's, there is so much movement during the course of a calendar year.
All you need is an injury, though, and you get the ripple effect, don't you? One pair changes, and the second one does, and so on.
An injury, or sometimes, you know, players just split, and, you know, maybe they kind of think they've reached that kind of limit, and they need to play alongside somebody else to get the best out of their game and improve in the ranking. And you have that ripple effect or domino effect, whereas, you know, players split, and then they pick players below them, who then pick players from below them. And we saw Salazar, for example, get injured and, you know, was a top 3 player in the world and has really struggled to get back into the top 10 because, of course, you know, not playing alongside some of the players she used to play alongside with.
And yeah, 40 love, much better. Sofia Saiz getting a grip on things. One thing we should comment about the Cancun Waves is that they've really signed lots of young players in Arce, Del Bianco, Lobo, Saiz. They've just got a great atmosphere as well in the team. They're all up there behind the bench.
Yeah, you know, there's a big group of supporters, and they made so much noise in Miami. I mean, there were about 4 rows of seats behind the team bench. They were packed. They had more supporters dotted around the Wayfair Arena, making loads of noise and big intentions. I think they surprised everybody at Miami. I think here people know that they are a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah, absolutely. Take it a lot more seriously. And tell you what, I'm not going to be surprised if we don't. Hopefully next year go, you know, Riviera Maya.
I'll tell you what, Cancun. I've been fortunate enough to be, you know, Cancun, Chichén, Tulum, Riviera Maya.
Resto que la toco mal. Sí, boludo.
There we go, mi boludo.
Con un poco menos de armado pues sale mucho.
And just saying that, there's a big kick on this on the surface. It's quite quick, and with very little, the ball travels fast.
I was just thinking Marina Lobo, just before we got underway, she pointed out, she said the bounce is a bit high, as well.
Well, you've got to adapt. It's like, when you're playing on any surface at any different altitude at any venue, it's never quite the same as a court outdoors, a court indoors, on the coast at altitude.
The thing is, not the humidity in here that there was, for example, in Miami. So it's just...
No. It's definitely a faster court. I mean, we've seen that. We were down testing the court, Paul, myself, and the Spanish commentators. Definitely not worth tuning into. But we're out testing the court, and it is very quick. We saw the court also in Miami. Exactly the same Adidas court that you will see throughout the PPL season. It will be here. We'll see it in Mexico, also in the Hamptons, and again at the Cities Cup. That is the event 8 clubs are fighting to qualify for. 16th to the 19th of October, Paul, the Cities Cup.
Jolly good, looking forward to that. Gemma Triay will serve 2-1 to the good to break up against Marina Lobo and Sofia Saiz.
Very good for Lobo and Saiz to win that earlier service game. You would want to be 3-0 down with Gemma serving. Jesus. Sophie. It's like constant.
Well played. No, nice little backhand volley placed into the side.
I'll tell you what, if you are a player who prefers your doubles partner to be silent, do not play with Osoro. But I think it's a joy to play with because you know exactly where your opponents are, if they're coming forward, if they're coming back. Donde?
Where are they?
Again.
Oi, you gave it too much.
15 iguales.
Took that away from Gemma, though. She was just on a run, wasn't she?
Really good hit, Gemma.
30-15. Because it's a little bit of a test for Gemma Triay because she is used to playing with Delphi Brea both here and also now in other tournaments. So quick switch of partner. I don't know how much training they've had together. Doesn't get there again.
Another really good point.
Yeah, went into the net, unfortunately, so it wouldn't have counted even if she got the racket on it.
Was the world's best player in 2020, 21 and 2022. Gemma Triay currently tops the ranking.
Really? Ahead of Adi and Paula? Oh, well played. Lovely bajada there from Aranzazu. So 3 games to 1.
When you look at these players, you've got, for example, Cancun Waves, 2 younger players who started off playing paddle, not players that have switched from tennis to paddle. Now you're seeing that more and more from these younger generations, whereas in 2010, Gemma thought she would try paddle. She was a promising tennis player.
Well played, lovely little
what a brilliant volley.
15-0.
Struts back to the line after that shot. And if you were with us right at the start of the program, out of the first matches, you'd have seen the videos that Cancun have been putting together. They put a special one out for this event. They had a special one out for Miami. I have to say, they're very spectacular, aren't they?
Been really impressed, Paul. I think
the whole ethos and organisation behind the team just looks really good.
It's a family as well, and we saw that in the celebrations because even though they didn't have success on podium day, it was still a very successful podium day for Cancun Waves, for example, because they missed out last season. They missed out, along with the Stingrays, they were the two clubs that failed to qualify for the Cities Cup.
Yeah.
Now the Stingrays are doing okay. They're like mid-standings right now.
And so are Cancun.
So you've got San Diego Stingrays on 18 points, which is 4th in the ranking. Okay, you've got 3 teams that look like they will qualify. Atlantic's Goats, but 3rd, Cancun Waves. Same number of points as Flowrida Goats.
And there's already teams behind them. They've got lots to do.
Yeah, Toronto Polar Bears and Los Angeles Beat would right now be the 2 teams that would miss out on the Cities Cup.
Okay, it's 30-40. Another big point, second serve. Well played, Sofia Saiz. Kept calm, puts it out. Another golden point. They're coming thick and fast now.
Al resto, Gemma Triay.
That's a good little scooped lob just to allow Osoro to get back into position.
Nicely angled there from Marina. This should be Sofia again.
She's not going to win it, though.
Oh, keeps it alive.
And Osoro, so crafty. Oh, so crafty. So crafty. And Lobo there losing her call. Did you see that?
Yeah, smashing the ball away.
That is so unlike Lobo.
Wolf by name.
Well, Saiz missed an opportunity, maybe to win that point outright.
Yeah.
That volley was at a really good height, but still an incredible put away there from the Argentine. And look at the body language now on that Cancun's bench.
I'll tell you what, when Marina Lobo gets the ball, just sort of smacks the ball down to the other end.
Yeah.
And the coach straight away had a word with that. Let's see what he says.
Un ángulo hay que darle, vamos a darle el ángulo difícil.
Dale, que me la tire por el paralelo y voy de contra.
Claro. Y con confianza.
Uy.
Y vamos a tratar de presionar un poquito con nuestra primera volea.
Also saying it's okay if we, like, you know, back to square one. Okay, we're dominating a point. We have a chance to win the point. We don't win the point. We send up a lob, we regroup and start over again. Don't try and hit a winner on the wrong shot.
She was really, really miffed, wasn't she, there, Marina Lobo? Whereas the Goats, they're looking pretty good at the moment. It's Aranzazu to serve. Aranzazu.
You hear a lot of war cries from Osoro during the course of a match.
She's another one, isn't she, Aranzazu, who wants to just get on with it quickly as well when things are going well. Just gone long and lucky, but once again it was a great bandejo almost, wasn't it, from Gemma there, just forcing her deep, leaving a few options to scoop it out. 30 love.
You can see there, every mistake now, they're looking at the bench, looking at the coach, who's been very positive, the team been very positive. We're seeing Dal Bianco, Arthur, you know.
Yeah.
You know, work, because it's not just the coach who has a role on the team. We see with Alex Reith, for example, he acts as a coach to the players.
Well, he's like the oldest player in the team by about 10 years, apparently. Like a father figure to them.
Hopefully not listening, Alex.
Oh, he sat over there. Oh, he's warming up, actually.
No. I mean, the men, normally after the first set ends, are already preparing for their match, which will be straight after the women's game here. Oh, great pick-up by Osoro. And that's a key point. Well, we're starting to hear Saiz, and I'm sure if
Trying to G a team up.
Aranzazu wins the next point, she'll be louder than Saiz was just now. There's lots of sportsmanship out there, but also a little bit of gamemanship. There's a little bit too. There's a little bit too.
No, I don't know if that's going to.
Yeah, it's good clever lob. But that was even, oh, tremendous. And again. Oh, Gemma with a lovely shot cross court. Had Saiz scrambling.
40-30.
Second serve. Not sure she needed to go for that one. Could you have left that one perhaps Sofia Saiz?
And when you're there, it's a lot. Obviously, from where we are, we have the advantage. This bird's eye view.
Anyhow, 5-1. Sofia Saiz serving to stay in the first set. Just 20 minutes clocked up.
Well, they've come back from one set down in the past. So I wouldn't put it against them, but I mean, very different playing against these two than playing against, like a respect, of course, or disrespect intended. But Guinar and Iglesias, I mean, these are players that have won many, many events at the top of the game right now.
And at the top of their respective match games at the moment. It's in tremendous form. Saiz again serving.
But Guinar and Iglesias, when they are at their best, they are such great fun to watch. Two really big hitters. And if you do play a double-handed backhand, watch Iglesias.
Yep.
Probably the best double-handed backhand you can see right now.
15 all. Marina. And once again, that body language isn't great.
15-30.
Another one of those mistakes that maybe didn't need to be made. 15-30.
That half volley.
30 iguales.
Hitting that ball on the rise. Not quite enough on it from Osoro.
I was disappointed at the shot.
Yeah, I was. I won't translate that. Well, it was in. Everybody stopped for a second, thinking it was going long. Oh, but just couldn't get it over the net. And that wasn't spotted by the umpire. She kicked the sidewall twice.
Yeah.
Lobo.
Not hard, but
still.
Yeah. Two set points.
Out.
One set point. Golden point.
Iguales punto de oro.
Just going out there from Gemma.
Al resto Aranzazu Osoro.
Doesn't catch it cleanly, but wins the point with a miss hit.
Maybe because she didn't catch it cleanly enough. So, 5-2. We come back into Gemma serving for the set.
Now you see all the people over on that Cancun Waves bench and those sat behind applauding each and every game they win, because each and every game could be worth its weight in gold. Each and every set even more so come the tally of points after the third group day here at San Sebastián. Because you look at the games won, then it comes down to sets, then it comes down to individual games, which is why it's so important. Now we'll be explaining how the system works, how many points are handed out to the winners, percentages, etc. each and every day. Of course, as we near day 3, sometimes you have a good idea, but sometimes day 3 decides the teams that qualify, and even some of the teams not taking part on day 3 are here watching, because the result on day 3 can influence their future.
It means basically that you've just got to watch every day.
You can, and if you don't like listening to us in English, just switch to Javi and Pete, and then switch back to Paul and myself. We'll be here. Yes, Javi, I was talking about you. Look, he looks over, Javi. Javi doesn't get any predictions right. Javi's really bad when it comes to predicting. Also, if you'd have seen the pre-match, Javi didn't even give any predictions at Miami. He was having cold feet. He was at the beach.
Okay. We've ripped enough from Javi.
I haven't even started. I haven't even started on Javi.
Gemma serving for the set. Gemma Triay.
Pick that one out.
Yep. Boom, as you say. 15 love.
15-0.
Couldn't get it back over that double-handed backhand.
Stretching for it a little bit, wasn't she? Didn't really move her feet enough.
We saw in the previous match, okay, it was 2 sets, but the second set was completely different from the first set. I still think that these 2 young players have the talent to give Gemma and Osoro a really good game. They've been outplayed in the first set. They started slowly. They've struggled to get back into the game.
Need a reset. And they'll get it now, because that is the first set. No, it isn't. 40 love. I was thinking it was 40 love already.
You're foreseeing the future, Paul. You're predicting the future.
There it is. Short arm stab at that one. So first set, 5 games to 2. There you have it, 6-2.
Trabajando el punto, que no va a ser todo pim pam pim pam.
Sí, no, vale.
Venga, así que vamos,
Súper bien.
Vamos a iniciar bien, Venga. Que dependa de nosotros el tema.
As we get our windows cleaned again.
Corregimos ese par de cosas que tal, le quitamos un poco la bolera de derecha de inicio, que tampoco pasa nada, pero si lo pone el visto, abajo,
Second set about to start here as Winderman continues with the moves and grooves.
He's wearing compression socks, isn't he? It's quite impressive. Window cleaning up anaerobic exercise. Discuss. Anyhow, back out for the second set. 27 minutes played so far. First set going for Gemma Triay and Aranzazu Osoro. 6-2. Flowrida Goats lead against the Cancun Waves.
Just under half an hour, that opening set.
Marina Lobo serving, and I think it would do her a power of good if she could hold this serve.
Surprisingly, of the two players, the player that's kept a cooler head has been Sofia Saiz.
It's a nice point, yeah, she has. She's the one who sometimes
Is the more fiery.
Voluble, I was going to say, but 15 love. Well blocked at the net there by Saiz.
Get back into position, Gemma on the backhand side. A lot of players feel really uncomfortable when they are on the other side of the court. Players are sometimes, like during the point, they're just anxious to get back onto their preferred side of the court.
So 30 love. Almost couldn't believe that she missed that shot, Aranzazu. And 40 love. This is just what they needed, I think, from Marina Lobo.
And Sofia Saiz. That's been broken at the start. The second set.
Can they see it out now?
They've broken early in the first set. Trying to catch up, losing at 6-2. Oh, gets it in.
Tremendous.
That was a lucky bounce there, though, for Lobo. Fake smash. And couldn't get it back into play. Aranzazu, well played.
Yeah, really needed that, didn't they? Holding the serve to love.
Now, really unlucky because it hit the fence and just set up really nicely for Marina Lobo. And then caught sort of wrong-footed.
There's our heat map of the first set for Gemma Triay and Aranzazu. Away from that, I think Osoro's been a bit closer to the net, hasn't she?
And also, if you look at that, and if you look at the slightly down the middle, but on Osoro's side of the court, the vast majority of his shots have been hit by Triay. He drifts into the centre, it's on his strong side, on the forehand side, and she'll take over that middle ground.
Okay, new balls, and it's Aranzazu serving.
That was really well played by the two of them.
Yeah, just really effective at the net. Great volleys.
Disguised it really well, just opened up the racket head at the last moment. Gemma Triay.
Just a bit long, that serve. Was it out? Yes, by quite a long way, she says Sofia.
Out. It goes out.
I was just going to say nice
Gemma.
volley. Just that's a bit of a careless miss there on the backhand volley. 15-30. Good block.
Came forward really well there. Sofia Saiz out the net, can they make it count?
Good lob.
They've come forward.
Oh!
switch of play there. Probably expected the lob, Osoro. That's why it's so important to mix your shots up.
15-40.
Lobo did just then.
Once again, just looking to dip it over the net, but it's 15-40, so 3 break points for Lobo and Saiz. Quite long again. Quite a long
Good
one.
foot long there. First serve from Osoro.
Kind of stretching again, haven't they? Oh,
That was there for the taking. You've got to go for it. That was.
30-40.
Will be disappointed, Sofia Saiz.
still got 2 break points though. He knows that that might have been the break though. That's gone. Yep.
It's gone long from Lobo.
So golden point again. Still a break point.
Marina Lobo.
Who's going to take it? Is it going to be Lobo? No, it's going to be Sofia Saiz. No, it isn't.
It's
Switch
Lobo.
back. They switch
He's
back.
Requested to receive. The team receiving the golden point. Choose who receives the serve. Double-handed backhand.
Just let her down again, didn't it? A couple of times that's happened.
15-40.
That was a great chance, a really good chance. And it was just one of those moments, wasn't it, where you thought, here we can just change the momentum of the match. We're losing that. Is it going to see it swing right back for Gemma and Aranzazu? Not long.
15-0.
That's a good shot, really good shot.
That's powerful there, Saiz.
30 love.
You can see there, first that left hand is tracking the fly to the ball and then accelerates through the shot.
Just goes long, second serve. Of an unforced error. It's Marina's making the mistakes, isn't it? Unfortunately.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, it was at Miami, it was Sofia Saiz who kind of was more up and down, and Marina was more, I think, constant. Very few unforced errors. Roles reversed so far in this opening match.
That's a lovely, lovely block.
Between the waves and goats.
Whoa.
Oh, that kicked up, didn't it? The top spin, but a strange bounce.
Well, sometimes you just need a bit of luck, don't you? Bit of frustration there.
40-30.
40-30.
Well, they let slip a 15-40 in the previous service game.
Oh,
and we're facing back-to-back golden points.
Yeah, this is a real test of character, isn't it? Not just of your ability, it's a real test. They've just made those last 2 points. It's been 2 unforced errors.
Al resto, Aranzazu Osoro.
Well, they lost 3 straight points in the previous service game. and they've lost 3 straight points in this service game.
It's a good shot into the corner. Oh, what's it? Released by Aranzazu.
Recovered well. Saiz.
I think she'll get this. She does.
She's into the net.
Ah, but she's into that.
There's
Well,
no way she could return that. And that all came about after Soro's excellent passing shot. And suddenly these two players have gone back to their bench thinking, OK, we have great points to take a lead.
Yeah.
We lost a golden point. Again, another golden point, which we've lost. So we're sitting here trailing when perhaps we should be winning.
yeah. Look at that face from Sofia Saiz. Because for play, they were in it. They were right back in it, but just a couple of mistakes at the wrong moment.
They could be leading 3 games.
Easily. I think
they're trading
I suspect that they might now struggle in this set.
Look at the laughter.
Yeah.
Transmites tranquilidad, paz.
And compare that to the serious faces over the Cancun Waves bench.
Vamos Venga, sí.
The goats play their second tie. The goats are back in action again tomorrow night. They're playing the Toronto Polar Bears, so they'll be against Iglesias and Guinard. So
Probably favourites to take wins in their 2 matches, which would put them in a very strong position to qualify for podium day, but for the championship, which would be in the afternoon, not before 3 o'clock, 1500 hours Central European summertime, at midday on Sunday the 13th. Third place matches, men's doubles and women's doubles. It will start with women's doubles, followed by the men's doubles, then not before 3
Al servicio, Gemma Triay.
still got 2 full days on Friday and Saturday to come, and
starting at 10 in the morning, Central European summertime, on both days.
And after this match, we've got an absolute thriller. Alex Ruiz and Franco Del Bianco against Pablo Cardosa and Leo Ausberger. That's not going to last 3 hours, I tell you. Gemma Triay serving, by the way. 2-1 to the good and a break up. Back down the middle. And a lovely bajada from
I think
Aranzazu.
they've had their hiccup at the start of the second set, and yet they still managed to take those 2 golden points. I don't think we'll see them breaking again.
Ah, lovely
Clever
shot.
there, Gemma.
But they just forced them back, didn't they? Forced them back, and then the little drop over the net. Angle volley, 30 love.
Delightful, Sofia Saiz.
What she was looking to do in that last game.
30-15.
It's the way she put the spin on it, so it goes back into the net. 30-15. It's a lovely lob again.
Just goes to the outright flat smash.
Frustrating.
Very difficult though, because it's traveling at such speed.
Yeah.
You've got to get over the ball. And it's so difficult because as soon as it hits your racket, it just kicks off.
And they're not she's not the tallest of players either.
And another good hit there. Thumbs up from Sofia Saiz.
3-1.
Juego Flowrida bots, que gana
Marina
por
Lobo
3
serving.
juegos a 1.
It's got to get her head together again. So there's no problem. It's all laughs and happy faces for the goats.
Well, the men's doubles teams are just behind us.
0-15.
Love 15, very long again.
They've been, you can see them stretching off camera, just preparing for their debut here at San Sebastián. They will be up next. It will be the turn of Pablo Cardona, now Augsburger, taking on Alex Ruiz and Franco Dal Bianco.
Oof. That looked like effortless from Gemma Triay, love 30.
0-30.
Another the thing that gets me about, especially Gemma, wasn't Gemma in that case, the quality of her lobs. You know, she doesn't always have a lot of space, but it tends to be in the last metre, the last yard of the court, doesn't it? Which just gives you no options.
0-40.
Love 40.
Also, you know, how they control the racket head, the precision they play with, the power they use. It's always the right power, the right shot at the right time. It comes with practice, and you speak to the players, and there is very little to choose between the top and the very, very top players. It comes down to the psychological, the mental aspect.
And a bit of experience as well, but yeah, it's about how you control it, isn't it?
Also, more big games you play, big points, the better experience you have in these kind of competitions, and now they've turned things around. It could have been really bad for them. It could have been 3-0 down. They won the 2 golden points. They went to their bench at 2-1. They returned to the bench now leading 4-1.
Yep, 4-1 with 2 breaks as well, and serving for 5-1. I wouldn't be surprised if we see the match end in the next 2 games, to be honest.
I think Cancun will show
Y aparte le estoy variando la víbora rápida, cruzada, al medio,
because they will be back in action again. Of course, all the teams play here at the PPL. Cancun Waves taking on Houston Volts, who struggled at Miami. So there could be a chance, perhaps, for Cancun Waves maybe to bounce back, or for Houston Volts to improve on that Miami event, which I think they could do.
The thing is, for the Waves, for the women, there's only Marina and Sofia, so they have to come back out and play again tomorrow. So maybe it's like falling off a horse. You want to get it, you want to get out there again, and you want to sort of try and correct what went wrong. You know, because we know they're better than this.
Los Angeles beat San Diego Stingrays and will start group stage day 2 on Friday, followed by Houston Volts and Cancun Waves. 10 o'clock starting time at 5 in the evening, or later should the 2 morning session matches overrun, but no earlier than 5. New York Atlantic's Las Vegas Smash, and the final round of games to see Toronto Polo Bears in action for the first time, taking on Flowrida Goats.
You'd normally fancy a bird to come out on top against a go, but I'm not convinced this time. Ah, 15-all, another unforced error really on a... Great stuff at the net, but once again, Gemma controls it, looks as if she's going to win the point.
15-30.
Oh, she gets a racket on it, well played.
What a great leap there by Saiz.
Was indeed, she's
Keep
good
that point alive.
She's very good at that.
And again.
And again, she should
That's
kill
so
it.
clever. There he went. It was the angle down and the bounce over the 4-4, the 4-meter back fence.
15-40.
15-40, so there we were predicting that this might be over very soon, and it might not be.
That's why Paul and I don't bet. Well, they did it in Miami. They came back after losing the first set badly, trailing in the second set to win the match against Toronto Polar Bears. Like Diesels, they start off slowly, these two. They start building up steam, gaining confidence.
Loose shot there, just a very rare loose shot there from Gemma. And now it's Sofia Saiz to serve. Oof, does well to control that. Can't get to that one. 15 love, well played.
Just shrugging his shoulders there. Osoro. So, yeah, they're going to have to dig a bit deeper. Maybe they thought that at 4-1, heading back to their bench, taking the first set 6-2, it was more or less game over. You don't want to give Lobo and Saiz a window of opportunity. Well, the sky, that drop shot from Osoro. Brilliant.
iguales.
No, 15, 30-15.
30-15.
Another mistake that they volleyed. It's just got a little bit carried away again.
Shame they couldn't come out on top in that volley exchange. Still a huge point at 30 or 50 minutes gone in this match.
Another really good lob. Great return as well.
That's a great shot down the middle of the net. Can they take advantage? Lobo.
Oi.
Oh no, and Lobo knows that was a missed opportunity.
And all of a sudden they're facing another 2 break points. Let's have a look at this again.
Here, you've got to hit a winner. And she didn't. Look at her reaction afterwards.
It's got to go out, hasn't it?
Yeah, you've got, if you don't hit the winner, at least you set yourself up to win the next point.
It's got to go out of court.
You can see how a poorly executed smash can turn against you.
Unlucky there, Aranzazu.
Unfortunate, Osoro.
But it's another golden point. It's still a break point.
Oh, they lost the first two
Al resto, Gemma
in
Triay.
this set. Cancun Waves, can they win at the third time of asking? It's a massive point. Cancun Waves.
Should be it. It is indeed well played.
She took the game, she attacked the net. Another big winner. And this second set is very much to play for.
It is indeed huge point. Huge point and a massive game. Could easily have gone wrong that. But as it is, it's Gemma Triay serving under a wee bit of pressure. Oh, there's still a break good. They're not quite laughing and joking as much as they were earlier.
Tiene enganchada, boludo. Tengo que meterle más pata.
Y hace más frío que antes, ¿eh?
Vamos aquí, ¿eh?
The coach is saying it's a little bit cooler than it was earlier. Maybe that's why the ball's not.
En ataque ya estamos muy bien. Muy bien, volviendo al medio, lejos de la pelota. Muy bien. Sofi, tú jugás ese juego ahí a Gemma sin problema.
Eso, yo creo, por en medio o paralelo. O sea, yo por en medio o cruzado, sí.
Sí, sí. En la línea no hace nada. y nos dan la oportunidad de contragolpear.
Vamos, confía, venga, venga, que estás.
¿Qué le ha dicho? Es ahí,
Sí, vamos.
I wonder what's going through the minds of the young Lobo and Saiz. Still on breakdown. Massive for them that they won the last golden point.
Well, at the end of the day, it's games as well that they are at least accumulating.
Yeah, definitely. If they can lose 7-5, it's better than losing 6-2.
Pero 15.
Away like it was a fly or a wasp, perhaps.
15 iguales.
15 all. Unlucky, but really well played there by Gemma, moving the ball around the court.
30-15.
They're smiling again.
Unleashed it on you. You knew she was going to do that, didn't you?
Bajada
40-15.
that we've seen down the middle on the forehand side that has won the point outright.
Yeah.
From
and to be fair, Saiz and Lobo, they weren't that separated. They hadn't left
but
that
it's
much
that
space.
moment when as soon as that shot leaves her racket, somebody needs to cover that middle zone because somebody flinches, you go away, flinch, and the ball's past you.
The last winner, by the way, was absolutely decisive. That ball stayed very hit. 5-3. It's now Marina Lobo to serve to stay in the match. Okay. Well played, clever play. And again, lovely direction through the middle.
0-15.
That's an even better return there from Osoro.
Yeah, they just had them once again that fraction of a second of uncertainty, and now it's love 30.
0-30.
Need to wrap this match up before the hour mark. 56 minutes so far.
Get another deep lob. Yeah.
And she lets fly again, Osoro.
She said, I've had enough. I've had enough of this.
She's moved up into third.
0-40.
4 match points.
Oh, lovely shot. Well played.
Deft touch. Gemma just congratulating her opponent.
15-40.
Drop shot. Great technique there from Lobo. Oh, they're 15-40 down to the serve.
How frustrating, because you just had that lovely shot and then you do that. However, what that means, it's 6-2, 6-3 to Gemma Triay and Aranzazu Osoro. First blood for the Cancun Waves.
Important that they took those 2 golden points.
The Waves have swamped them today. They've been swamped a wee bit, haven't they?
Well, we saw that conversion of the Cancun Waves, which was really impressive. flora and fauna from Cancun. And although they were beaten here, they know that they could still qualify for podium day. It will depend on how they perform in their next match, and also how the rest of the teams do here during this three-day group stage, which is then leading up, of course, to podium day
Here's your
on
winner.
Sunday.
Here's your last point. So into the net there from Marina Lobo. 6-2, 6-3 for Gemma Triay, Aranzazu Osoro for the Flowrida Goats. We'll hear from the winners in a moment or two. And then, something I'm looking forward to a great deal, the Cancun waves, Alex Ruiz and Franco Del Bianco against Pablo Cardona and Leo Ausberger.
Oh, that could be lightning quick. The big hitters in the next game take place here at the Royal Tennis Club in San Sebastián. Well, Javi is down there again, about to interview the winners, Gemma Triay and Osoro. Congratulations, Flowrida Goats. Well, let's hear Javi and the winners from the women's match here at San Sebastián.
Aquí estoy con las vencedoras del partido, con Gemma Triay y con Aranzazu Osoro. Enhorabuena, chicas. Un aplauso para ellas.
Congratulations on the victory.
Bueno, un partido vibrante que nos ha dejado de todo. Aran, bienvenida
everything
de nuevo
in
a la
that game,
PPL,
and
jugando
welcome
de nuevo
back.
con Gemma. Partido
Osoro
aquí en San
playing
Sebastián.
alongside
Sensaciones. Enhorabuena.
Gemma here in
Bueno,
San Sebastián.
primero, muchas gracias a toda la gente de
Thank
San
you.
Sebastián. Da
Everybody
gusto
here.
jugar en España.
Love playing in Spain.
La verdad que nos sentimos como en casa.
Feels like home.
Segundo lugar, muy contenta de volver a la PPL, de
Great to be
volver
back here
a jugar
playing
al lado
again
de Magnífica. La verdad
at
que
the
es muy fácil
PPL.
jugar al lado de
How
ella.
easy is it
Así
playing
que,
alongside somebody
bueno,
like
este año
Gemma?
mi semana empezó un poquito mejor. Así
This has
que
been a good week for me.
muy contenta de
Happy
estar acá de nuevo y de darle la
to be
victoria al
back
equipo.
again, and I dedicate the win to my team.
Y Gemma, lo veníamos diciendo, jugando de nuevo con Aran aquí en San Sebastián.
playing alongside
público fantástico, sensaciones.
Osoro,
desde
your
el
thoughts and
partido,
feelings
por la
after the
victoria.
victory.
Sí, sensaciones maravillosas, es un placer jugar
Well,
con la vikinga, me lo paso de
Congratulations,
maravilla,
everyone.
o sea,
It's a pleasure playing alongside the Viking.
entonces eso también ayuda mucho para disfrutar más todavía.
Really enjoying the on-court experience too. Delighted with the win, delighted to be here in San Sebastián.
Invitar a la PPL porque
And
ostras, es un buen trabajo.
Congratulate the PPL. I think you're doing a great job. And happy with the win and the point for the Flowrida Goats.
El partido de los chicos.
Well, coming up next, we're going to watch the men's doubles. We've just seen Marina Lobo Sofia Saiz beaten 6-2, 6-3 by Gemma Triay and Aranzazu Osoro. Oh, in the final game of day one here in San Sebastián, we're going to see Ruiz and Franco Del Bianco take on Pablo Cardona and Leo Ausberger. Don't go too far away.